Ever wondered how to navigate the complex labyrinth of modern life with grace and wisdom? As we find ourselves in the throes of an ever-evolving world, the wisdom of the ancients can still offer valuable insights. Today, we turn our gaze towards the past, to the time of the Roman Empire, and its philosopher emperor, Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, a man of immense wisdom and Stoic philosophy, was not just a ruler, but a deep thinker whose words continue to resonate with us even after close to 2 millennia. As a Stoic, he believed in accepting reality as it is, unswayed by the tumult of external circumstances. His teachings, often encapsulated as life hacks, provide a practical guide to life, relevant now more than ever. The challenges we face today may seem unique to our times, but at their core, they revolve around the same themes that humanity has grappled with since time immemorial. The pursuit of happiness, the struggle with adversity, the quest for purpose. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, addressed these universal themes with profound simplicity. His wisdom, rooted in Stoic philosophy, offers a roadmap to navigate the complexities of our modern existence. It teaches us to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not, to perceive events objectively without being swayed by our emotions, to value our time, and to practice humility in our interactions with others. Marcus Aurelius's life hacks are not about quick fixes or shortcuts to success. They are about developing a strong inner compass, a resilient mindset, and a sense of purpose that can guide us through life's ups and downs. They are about learning to live with integrity, courage, and wisdom, irrespective of the circumstances we find ourselves in. In the forthcoming segments, we will delve deeper into these life hacks, exploring how they can be applied to various aspects of our modern life, from managing stress and overcoming adversity, to building meaningful relationships and pursuing our passions. So gear up to delve deep into the sagacity of the past and discover how to apply it in the present. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, a guiding light from the ancient world, beckons us to explore and embrace a life of Stoic serenity amidst the chaos of our modern existence. Before we dive into the life hacks, let's first understand who Marcus Aurelius was. A figure of great eminence in the annals of history, Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor who reigned from 161 to 180 AD, but his legacy extends far beyond his imperial duties. Known as the last of the 5 good emperors, his leadership was synonymous with wisdom, justice, and magnanimity. But what truly sets Marcus Aurelius apart from other emperors of his time was his deep-seated love for philosophy. He was a devoted student of Stoicism, a school of philosophy that emphasized virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. Aurelius's life was a testament to these principles as he navigated the rigors of ruling the Roman Empire amidst a myriad of challenges. His philosophical leanings were not just confined to his personal life, they permeated through his reign, influencing his decisions and the way he led his people. His reign was marked by a balance of power and wisdom, embodying the true spirit of a philosopher king. But the most enduring legacy of Marcus Aurelius lies in his personal writings, known today as the Meditations. Composed in solitude during his military campaigns, these writings were not intended for public consumption. They were Aurelius's personal reflections, his attempts to understand the world and his place within it. These writings, full of profound wisdom and timeless insights, have survived 2 millennia. They offer us a glimpse into the mind of one of history's greatest leaders and philosophers. More importantly, they provide practical wisdom that is as relevant today as it was during the Roman Empire. Through his meditations, Aurelius gifted the world with life hacks that can help us navigate our modern lives with grace and resilience. His teachings, rooted in Stoicism, encourage us to embrace challenges, control our perceptions, value our time, and practice humility. Now that you know the man behind the wisdom, prepare to unravel his life hacks. Scene script. Life hack number 1. Accept what you can't control. Sound familiar? Let's dive into the heart of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy: acceptance. This might seem like a simple concept, but in practice, it's a profound shift in how we navigate life. Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, believed that much of our stress and anxiety comes from resisting what is beyond our control. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about it. How often do we get frustrated with the traffic, the weather, or a delayed flight? These are things we cannot control, yet we let them disturb our peace of mind. Imagine applying Aurelius's wisdom to these scenarios. Instead of fuming in a traffic jam, we accept that it's beyond our control, and use the time to listen to a podcast or enjoy some music. Rather than stressing over a delayed project at work because of circumstances beyond our reach, we focus on what we can do and let go of the rest. By accepting what we cannot control, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and frustration. It's like stepping out of a storm and into a calm harbor. Now, this doesn't mean we passively accept everything. Aurelius wasn't advocating for complacency. Instead, he was speaking about discernment, understanding what is within our control and what isn't. The serenity that Aurelius talks about isn't some far-off, elusive concept. It's within our reach, here and now. It's in accepting that the rain won't stop because we're upset, the traffic won't clear because we're late, or the job won't become less stressful just because we're overwhelmed. Acceptance, according to Aurelius, is a form of empowerment. It's taking control of our peace of mind and not letting external circumstances dictate our inner calm. The key lies in our perspective and our response. So the next time you find yourself battling with something beyond your control, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Remember, serenity comes when you trade expectations for acceptance. Scene script, life hack number 2, understand your power of perception. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, firmly believed in the power of perception. He held that our perception of events, not the events themselves, determines our reality. This philosophy is as relevant today as it was then, and it can be our guide to dealing with modern challenges in life. Consider criticism. It's easy to view criticism as a personal attack, something to be avoided or fought against. But Aurelius urges us to change our lens. He would argue that criticism is just an opinion, not a fact. It's our perception of criticism that gives it power. If we perceive it as an opportunity for growth, it becomes just that. Now let's talk about failure. In the face of failure, it's tempting to wallow in self-pity. But what if we shift our perception? What if we view failure not as a roadblock but as a stepping stone towards success? Aurelius would nod approvingly at this approach. He believed that we can turn any obstacle into an opportunity, simply by changing our perspective. What about stress? Most of us perceive stress as an enemy, but Aurelius would argue otherwise. He would say that stress is merely a reaction to an event, not the event itself. By altering our perception, we can transform stress from a foe to a friend. We can use it as a signal that something in our life needs change. We live in a world that is constantly changing, presenting us with new challenges every day. But no matter what we face, we have the power to choose our response. That's the beauty of perception. It's not the events themselves that shape us, but our reactions to them. And our reactions are shaped by our perceptions. Remember, your mind is an incredible tool. It can be your greatest enemy or your best friend. It all depends on how you use it. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember Aurelius's wisdom. Remember the power of your perception. Your mind is your greatest power. Use it well. Scene script, life hack number 3, value your time. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, held time in the highest regard. He believed it to be the only thing we can never regain once it's lost. His views on time's preciousness ring true even in our modern world. A world where we often find ourselves in a race against the clock, juggling numerous tasks and responsibilities. Take a moment and think about it. How often do we find ourselves procrastinating, pushing tasks to the next day, the next week, or even the next month? We tend to believe that tomorrow holds unlimited hours for us to accomplish our tasks. But in reality, tomorrow is just as fleeting as today. Aurelius's wisdom encourages us to treat every moment as a priceless gift, to be used wisely and productively. He inspires us to be mindful of the fleeting nature of time and to make the most out of every single second. This is not to say that we should rush through life in a perpetual state of urgency. Instead, it is about understanding the value of time and using it judiciously to achieve our goals, nurture our relationships, and pursue our passions. In the realm of time management, Aurelius's wisdom can prove to be an invaluable guide. His teachings remind us to prioritize tasks, to focus on what truly matters, and to eliminate unnecessary distractions. He encourages us to be fully present in our actions, to give our undivided attention to the task at hand so that we can complete it with efficiency and excellence. The philosopher emperor also teaches us to value the time we have with our loved ones. He reminds us that our time on this earth is limited and that we should cherish every moment we have with the people who matter most to us. After all, time spent with loved ones is never wasted. In the words of Aurelius himself, loss of time is more serious than loss of money. So let's take a page out of Aurelius's book and start valuing our time more. Let's stop procrastinating, start prioritizing, and make every second count. Time is the coin of your life. Be wise in spending it. Life hack #4. Practice humility. Let's delve into this. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, held humility in high regard. He believed it to be a vital virtue, a cornerstone of personal growth. But what does it mean to be humble? And how does this ancient wisdom apply to our modern lives? Humility, as Aurelius saw it, was not about self-deprecation or a lack of self-esteem. Rather, it was about recognizing your place in the grand scheme of things. It was about understanding that you are but a small part of a vast universe, that you are no better or worse than anyone else. It was about acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your successes and failures, with a balanced and realistic perspective. Imagine, if you will, reaching the pinnacle of success in your chosen field. It's easy to let it go to your head, isn't it? To start believing that you're invincible, that you alone are responsible for your achievements. But Aurelius would caution against this. He would remind us that our successes are often the result of a combination of factors, many of which are beyond our control. He would encourage us to remember the people who have helped us along the way, the circumstances that have shaped our journey, and the lessons we've learned from our failures. When we practice humility, we keep our ego in check. We open ourselves up to learning, to growing, to becoming better. We become more compassionate, more understanding, more accepting of others and their perspectives. We become more grounded, more authentic, more real. So the next time you're tempted to let success go to your head, remember Aurelius's words. Remember the value of humility. Remember that it's not about thinking less of yourself, but about thinking of yourself less. It's about focusing less on your own wants and needs, and more on the world around you. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. So how can we apply these life hacks from Marcus Aurelius in our day-to-day life? Well, let's start by recapping the key life hacks we've discussed. First, we spoke about accepting what you can't control. This means recognizing the boundaries of your influence and focusing your energy on what you can affect. It's about understanding that some things are out of your hands, and that's okay. You can't control the weather, the traffic, or other people's actions, but you can control your reactions to them. So the next time you find yourself getting frustrated over something beyond your control, remember Marcus Aurelius's wisdom and choose to let it go. Next, we discussed the power of perception. Marcus Aurelius believed that we have the power to shape our reality through our perceptions. This is a powerful tool that can help you navigate life's challenges. For example, instead of seeing a problem as a roadblock, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Change your perspective and you'll change your life. We also talked about the importance of valuing your time. Time is a precious and finite resource that we often take for granted. But Marcus Aurelius reminded us to be mindful of how we spend our time. Are you investing it in meaningful activities and relationships, or are you wasting it on trivial matters? Remember, every moment that passes is a moment you'll never get back, so make each one count. Additionally, we delved into the concept of humility. Marcus Aurelius, despite being an emperor, understood the value of humility. He recognized that we are all part of a larger whole and that no one is above or below anyone else. This is a refreshing reminder in our often competitive and ego-driven world. So the next time you're tempted to boast about your achievements or look down on others, remember Marcus Aurelius's humility and choose to be humble instead. Now that we've recapped these life hacks, it's time to put them into practice. Start small. Try to apply one hack at a time in your daily life. Notice how it changes your perspective and how you interact with the world. It might be challenging at first, but remember, growth often comes from discomfort. Remember, these ancient wisdom nuggets from Marcus Aurelius aren't just philosophical musings. They are practical tips that you can use to navigate your life more effectively. They can help you manage your stress, improve your relationships, and enhance your overall well-being. So, don't just listen to this wisdom, apply it. Make it a part of your life. Observe the changes. You might be surprised at how much of a difference it can make. Ancient wisdom, when applied correctly, can offer modern solutions. So let Marcus Aurelius guide you in your journey of self-improvement.